All you're gonna need is your mat, so we will be on the floor towards the end, but we're gonna start standing. Make sure everything's good here. All right. So for our stretch break to start, we're gonna start standing. Nothing too crazy. Kind of wiggle out those arms, shake out those legs. And then I want you to set those feet just about shoulder width apart here. Lift those toes and then set them back down on the ground. Then I want you to sweep those arms up. Big, nice inhale here. Stretch through the full body. And then exhale. We're going to do a few of these. Okay, big inhale. Sweep those arms up. Actively stretch with those fingers. Spread the rib cage away from the hips. Exhale, come back down. And again, just following your breath. Big inhale here. Sweeping those arms up. Big exhale. A few more here with your breath. Big inhale, hold it at the top, just a little pause. And exhale, coming back down. One more here. Sweeping those arms up. Big inhale. Exhale, relax back down. Then we're going to go into a few shoulder rolls. Big circles here. Driving those elbows, shoulders up and around. Purposely squeezing those shoulders up to the ears. And then actively relaxing them back down. And then we're going to change directions here. Whichever direction you were going, I want you to change. So maybe forward to backward, backward to forward. And again, exaggerating this motion, making it big, big circles here. Activating all of those shoulder muscles. Good. Then we're going to do some neck rolls. So tilting that left ear to the left shoulder. Nice big circles here all the way around. Starting off nice and slow. And then again, if you find that place in your neck where maybe you're holding some tension or it feels good just to hold it an extra second or two longer, I encourage you to do that. Nice big exaggerated circles here. And then when you're ready, coming that neck back to center, dropping to the right side, so right ear to right shoulder. And then changing directions here. And again, exaggerated circles here, nice and big. Feeling every single muscle in the neck, the upper back, the throat, stretching as we twist here. And again, if it feels okay, maybe hold a point that feels tight to you. Kind of give it that extra little stretch there. Good. Bring back to center here. Now we're going to do a little bit of a shoulder stretch. So I want that right hand in the air and then bending that elbow. That left hand's going to find that right elbow, and then we're just going to gently pull. Okay, so from the side here, just gently pulling, nothing too crazy. Keeping those feet shoulder width apart, I want you to tilt that right hip to the right. So pushing that right hip out. A little bit deeper stretch there. Again, to your comfort level. Light discomfort, but you should also feel a nice big stretch in that entire right side. Good. Then we're going to switch sides. Shake it out if you need. Left elbow is in the air. Right hand is finding that left elbow. Nice gentle pull here. Good. And then again, tilting that left hip to the left. Gently getting a little deeper stretch here in the left side. Good. Coming back to center, shaking it out. And then I want you to put those hands in your back pockets. So many of you have back pockets here, and then we're going to do a gentle back extension, okay? So that those hands are supporting that lower back, maybe a right on the top, right where those back pockets would be. Elbows, okay, I want them shooting back. Okay, so actively pull those elbows back, stretching out the chest, and then shift those hips forward. So gently leaning back, relax the head, chin is in the air, pointing to the sky. And again, you're going to your comfort level here. So if you can go all the way back, that's fine. If you just a gentle little tilt forward, that's fine too. And again, actively think about drawing those elbows behind you, opening up that chest, also stretching out that core, squeezing that lower back. Good. Hands are going to come on the hips. I want to do some internal rotation with those elbows. So elbows are on the hips, and then we're pointing our elbows inwards. Again, nothing forced, just a slight inward rotation. And I want you to think about rounding that upper spine. So now we're pushing those shoulders forward, rounding that spine, relaxing the head, the chin to the chest here. Nice upper back stretch here. And again, pulling those elbows in front of you. Again, nothing forced. We're going to do each one of those one more. So hands in the back pockets here. Elbows shifting back. Opening up that chest, gently tilting those hips forward until you feel a nice big stretch in that core. Squeezing that lower back. Relaxing the head, eyes and nose are to the sky. Good. And then hands find the hips. Elbows rotate forward, rounding. So tucking that pelvis underneath, rounding that upper spine, tucking the chin to the chest, relaxing here. Good. All right, shaking it up, upper body, nice and warm here. Now we're going to slowly start moving down to our hips. So I want your feet kind of wide here. And then we're going to do some hip circles. So again, I want you to make these circles as big as you can. Okay, so left hip, I want you to tilt that left hip away from you. Tilt it to the front, to the right, and back. So nice big circles here. So we should be going clockwise. And what we're doing here is we're opening up those hips, getting them warm. Moving those legs here. Good, and again, exaggerate these circles, make them big. And again, if you feel any points of tension, maybe it feels good to hold it an extra second or two, you can. Good, one big circle here. And then we're gonna change directions, counterclockwise. So now we're going the other direction. Okay, and again, you choose your speed. You can go faster or slower than me. And again, holding any points that need that extra little stretch. Good, nice, exaggerated, huge circles here. Good, bringing those hips back to center now that our hips are nice and warm. Keeping those feet maybe outside the shoulders here. We're gonna do a forward fold. So we're just gonna touch those toes, let that lower back round here. Hands will find the inside of the elbow. Relax the head down, relax the chin. And again, we're just hanging here, letting that upper body relax. Letting that lower back round. And again, if it feels okay, maybe tilt side to side. Gently side to side here. And make sure you keep your breath going here. And again, if that movement's too much, you can just hang out. Middle. Good. Then we're going to make our way back up to standing. And then we're going to go down into a lunge. Okay, so I'm going to have my right leg forward first. Left leg is bent here. And then we're shifting those hips forward. Okay, so we're actively stretching out those hips just a little bit more here. Stretching out all of those hips. Nice big forward movement here. And again, nothing forced, just holding this stretch. And then we're going to switch sides here. The left leg goes forward, right leg goes back. And again, shifting forward. Again, a slight little pull in that right hip. Good. Now we're going to go to our tabletop position. We're going to do a little wrist stretch here. So tabletop with hands and knees. We're going to flip those wrists behind us. Okay. This might be just enough stretch for you, but if you want a little deeper stretch, you shift those hips back. Try and keep those palms on the mat. You should feel a nice big stretch in that forearm here and in those palms. And again, you choose how far back you go. If you just want to stay right up top, that's fine too. And then maybe you shift those hips side to side. Have a little different twist in those palms. Or you can stay still, your choice. Good. Good, shaking out those palms, bringing them back, maybe rotating them a little bit here. Setting them back down on the mat. So we're going to do a little kickstand here. So from our tabletop, the left leg's going to pop out to the side, and then we're shifting those hips back. Stretching out the left inner thigh here. And again, you can keep your hands out in front of you. You can have those forearms on the ground. I want you to relax that head down. Relax the head, relax the belly. Again, focus on your breathing here. Good. Walking our hands, palms find the mat again. Shift those hips back up to our tabletop, bringing that left leg back in. And then we're going to do the same thing, but on the right. So now we're kickstanding that right leg out, shifting those hips back. And again, palms can stay on the mat. Forearms can find the mat, but we relax that head all the way down here. Good. Bringing those hands back up to our tabletop. A few cat-cow here, so stretching out that spine. So, done these before, relax the belly, lift the head, the chin, tailbone. And then when you're ready, rounding that spine, pushing those shoulder blades apart, tucking that tailbone. And again, if you want your breath to flow with you, we're going to inhale as we relax the belly down. Exhale as we round through the spine. So follow your breath here. Again, you might be faster or slower than me. Maybe you're holding one pose because it feels a little bit better to you than the other. That's okay. We're going to do one more each way. Good. Then we're going to bring our spine back to neutral. Okay, so back to our tabletop. We're going to do a little bit of our hip and our oblique stretching here. So I want you to look behind your left shoulder and draw that left shoulder to the left hip. So you're squeezing that oblique on the left side here. So you're looking over that left shoulder behind you. You're squeezing that entire left side here. Drawing that left hip to the left shoulder as close as you can. Nice big squeeze. And then when you're ready, coming back to center and then doing it right on the right side. So looking over that right shoulder, right hip to right shoulder. You're going to actively squeeze here on that right side. Good. Coming back to center, we're going to do one more each side. Back to the left here. And as you squeeze the left, I want you to think about stretching right side. So working both ways. Good. Coming back to center. Last one on the right side. Right shoulder, right hip. Nice big squeeze on the right as we stretch out the left. Good. Coming back to center here. Last one we're going to work on is our nice deep squat. Okay, so this is completely up to you and how far low you want to go. Okay, but we're going to have our feet wide. So coming up to standing. Okay, I have to have my feet super wide because my belly gets in the way. But feet are nice and wide here, and I want you to focus on pointing those toes out. Okay, so I don't want you to be here. I want you to be nice and wide. And then we're just going to shift those hips down. If this is as far as you can go, I want you to focus on holding it. Okay, otherwise, if you can go all the way down, elbows on the knees, and then I want you to push those hips open, push those knees away from you. I want you to focus on keeping those heels on the ground. So I know there's a tendency to come up on those heels, but try to keep them on the ground. And again, if you're here, maybe you're holding on to something to help assist in that squat, that's fine. But we're pushing those hips out. Maybe you're using one elbow at a time if you're holding on to something. Nice big squeeze. And I want you to shift side to side. Deepening that calf stretch in the bottom if you can. And again, it's totally fine if you're holding on to something here and you're shifting side to side. That works. Stretching out those hips. We'll come back up to standing. Maybe your legs are burning a little bit. And that is it. Happy Tuesday, guys. Thanks for hopping on here. Other than that, have a great rest of your Tuesday.